Hello, my dear. Thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we are going to give you a 1 to 2 question tarot card reading. So I have your question here. I'm just going to go over it really quickly. I'm going to clear out the energy in the meantime and then do a quick little prayer to tune into the energy and to keep away anything negative. All right. Let's sage a little bit since oh, that's not good. When the air is too okay, the best I can do. Okay, I'm going to use an oracle card deck with you. Okay. I'm going to use an oracle card deck as well, including a tarot that focuses on the love and relationships. Alright, let's begin. Let's do a quick little prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I ask spirit guides and angels of the person I'm focused on to reveal to me and to her now what she needs to know in this present time about her relationship. I ask that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. I am now open to the spirit world as well, so if there's any healing, guiding messages from any spirits that would like to bring in any information, I am open to receive. Anything of negative vibration, negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as I ask to receive information from God's purest intention, God's white light. Thank you. Alright, here we go. I have here. Okay. I'm just tuning into the names. I don't know if he believes that she is the right person for her. If he is the right person for her, if that's what you're asking me. So basically, we're just going to tune into your relationship. Alright, so this is a kind of one question reading. It's interesting. A card just flew out by itself right now as I tuned in. So I have a picture of him, hun, and I have your name in my head. Alright, so, okay, I'm going to pull out 2 cards here. And you know what? I'll use the Lenormand deck too, because Lenormand deck is good. Lenormand. I never pronounce it very well. Okay. Alright. Okay. So we have 2 reverse cards and 1 positive card. Okay, so I'm going to show you the cards here, but I'm going to pull out these as well, because I like these are really good fortune telling cards. So the first card is there's some form of planning. There's some form of planning going on. Again, I can't be specific on what this planning is because it can be generic. Okay, so there's something that's being planned. Don't know if you're planning something with him or you guys are planning something together, but there's something being planned, something in the making. So either you're planning or he's planning it, but you guys are planning something or something's being planned. All right, okay. And then now I also see here, this represents the planning, okay. But there's a positive aspect to it, so it's not something negative being planned for something negative. It's something positive that's being planned. And now also I see here that these are 2 reversed, so there's a negativity to it. It can mean that the relationship itself is draining and it's hard and it sometimes feels like it's not worth it. Okay, so these cards are just saying to really tune into your intuition and really trust your vibes. Don't brush off what you're feeling and try to avoid it or think about something else or not confront it. Okay, I am seeing here that there's so much ahead of you. This card is saying there's so much ahead of you, and that to think positive about it. Don't wrap your mind around the negativity, the worry. You know, yes, the future is scary, but there's so much ahead of you, okay, and ahead of you guys as a couple, okay. I also see here as well, like in regards to feeling like bringing spark or newness in the relationship. There's some form of blockage here, so either it's just been hard for you guys to feel connected at times, or it's hard for you guys to feel satisfied. This card's saying that it is possible. The only way that this relationship is going to work is if you actually work on the relationship, and it has to come from two sides. 50-50 from you and from him. It can't just be coming from one side, okay? That's what this card is saying, okay? So I'm pulling out two more cards here. Let's see here. Okay. So I'm getting a couple of cards here. Not so great, but it's more of just saying be careful. Okay. All right. Okay, so I do see here this card's representing a garden. Okay, a garden. When you think of a garden, you think of something lush. You think of something that's filled with life, filled with energy. Okay. So the fact that this king card that came next to it, which is a mouse. When you think of a mouse, you think of something. You think of something that eats away of something that just messes it up and drives you crazy. Is just annoying. Okay. So there's some form of annoyance towards this relationship. There's some form of him or the relationship itself eating you away, or draining your garden, draining yourself, getting tired, getting annoyed. The relationship is getting eaten away on its own. Okay, I don't even feel like it's something that's being caused by one another. It's just happening on its own. Since so much has happened to you guys, the relationship, it's like eating itself. Okay, or something's eating at it. So it's getting annoying, frustrating. It's hard. Okay, now there's a positivity to it because there's something about home. All right, there's something about a household. There's something about home. So for me, this card is saying if you guys are aware that something's not so well in the relationship and you work on it, then there's a possibility that you guys will stay together. You guys will stay connected. If you, like, I feel like you're aware, but if he's not aware of it and he doesn't do anything about it, this home of yours, or this structure of the relationship, which I think of it as a home, will fall apart. So it's saying, please be careful, because it's happening, and your relationship will just eat itself, eat it alive, and it'll just fall apart. So you have to be careful. I do see positive cards here, so I don't see that it's going to eat itself away, but it's in that process. So you got to like kind of catch it. You got to be aware of it. You guys got to talk about it. You guys got to really work on the relationship. Actually do put effort. So I know you're probably doing it, if anything, but he has to as well. It has to be 50-50. Okay, I just feel like there's a lot of struggles. So I don't know if it's financial struggles and struggles in general, struggles with the house, struggles with where you live, or just struggles as a survival mode. And sometimes when there's stress survival mode, when it comes down to money, work, and the house and stuff like that, it puts stress on the relationship. So I'm feeling there's a lot of outside things happening that are causing stress on the relationship. So you have to be careful, okay? So if you guys don't, let me show you the cards there. If you guys don't, confront these issues, to deal with these issues, either if it's money or it's home issues or things with their job or his job, it will fall apart. It will eat itself away. The relationship will die. Okay, that's what it's kind of telling me right now. Okay, so I'm going to pull out one more card here. I I just feel like this relationship is really stressful. I can't say he's not for you or he is for you. You know, I can't tell you if he's for you. What I can tell you is this relationship is very stressful and it needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of work, and until that work is not being put into progress, until it's not being worked on, it's going to continue to be stressful, and that's not going to be a very happy relationship. Okay, so it has to be worked on. That's my answer to that question. So right now, I don't feel like he's for you because the relationship needs work. You guys need to work on it, survival stuff, or just in general, because there's a lot of stress on the relationship right now. Once that's worked, then yes. But I just feel like this relationship is always going to be complicated and always going to be stressful. So it's your call, really, to see what your limits are and what you will put up with and not put up with, okay? So I just feel a lot of stress and complications. Always complicated, this relationship, okay? And relationships are not supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be flowing, natural, and happy. Not super happy all the time, but just calm at times and being able to deal with things and, you know. Alright, so I'm going to pull out a card from here for you. One card. I'm going to look at this question really quickly. And, like, for him and what he thinks about you, I feel like he doesn't really think about those things very much. I feel like he's not really deep into thought about things. He actually doesn't like confronting things very much. He's a dreamer. He doesn't like confronting things. He doesn't get into deep thought like you do. So that question, I can't really answer it because he's not a deep thinker to that degree. So, that's what I'm picking up, that he doesn't really think about those things. He just focuses on what's in front of him instead of diving into his mind so much, okay? Alright. So here you go. This is really, really powerful card. This card says, actions speak louder than words. Express your love through actions. So another tip for the relationship itself. Actions speak louder than words. He has to express his love through actions. If you don't see actions happening, if you don't see the change, if you don't see him really working on himself or working on the relationship with you together, then, you know, he's just doing the talk and not doing the walk. So that's something very important in this relationship that needs to be worked on. And if it's not, the relationship will fall apart, because I just see the relationship eating itself away and kind of being too complicated right now and being stressful. So just know, if he's not expressing this in his actions and he only talks, it's not worth it. So you have to keep this in mind, hon. You have to keep this in mind. I just feel like he's on like autopilot right now with the relationship. He's used to it. He's used to you. He's used to a relationship. He's used to it being complicated and uncomplicated. He's used to it being on and off and being just all over the place relationship. He's used to that. So it's just, he's used to it. I don't feel like he thinks about the relationship in that degree. I don't feel like he thinks about if you're meant for him. He's just used to it. He's comfortable, so he doesn't need to think much about it. You know, he's just going with the flow and going with what he knows, you know. So he just feels like, I feel like he feels like the relationship will always be there. So he's not afraid of anything. He's not afraid of losing you because he feels very sure of you. All right. So that is what I'm picking up, hon. I'm going to leave you with that. I very much hope you enjoyed this reading. It was a pleasure giving you this reading. And just know that sometimes you can't always fix the relationship by yourself. You know, he has to help fix it with you. And if he's always in his own world and you're focused on reality, then that's not a good sign. You know, he has to be in that reality with you. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that, hon. I very much hope you enjoyed this reading. And lots of love from the heavens above. Bye now.